Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Today's yoga session will be focusing on yin yoga, which helps build flexibility. This means we will be holding a few poses for a couple of minutes. Let's go ahead and get started in a child's pose. Let's take this moment to just connect with our breath, our body, and just see where we are before we begin our practice. We're here for one more round of breath. Now let's slowly make our way to a seated position. Starting with some seated cat-cows, wrap your hands around your knees, round in our back, and round in our belly. You have the option to close your eyes, breathe, and just stay in tune with the body. Notice what's going on at this moment. Coming back to center, right hand comes to the top of your head. Allow your right ear to slowly meet your shoulder and breathe. Slowly release and just take it to the other side. So your left hand goes to the top of your head. Left ear slowly meets your left shoulder. Remember to breathe. And then release. Let's rock our head to the left and the right just to add some movement in it. And slowly release. Let's make our way into a puppy pose. Keep in mind you can always use a blanket under your knees. We're stacking our hips above our knees, allowing our chest to melt down towards the mat. Hands are reaching up towards the mat, or you can have them in prayer behind your head. We're here for a couple rounds of breath. Just settle in and breathe. You're here for one more round of breath. Press into your hands, cat-cows, rounding your back and rounding your belly. Doing this just to counter the pose. Release. Let's make our way into a seated position. Getting ready for bound ankle. Bring the soles of your feet together. I'm grabbing a block to support my head. Take a moment to make sure your spine is long and you can stay here and breathe. Or you're going to allow your chest to melt. I'm using my block to support my head. Once you get settled, we're here for a few minutes. Just focus on your breath. One more round of breath. As we slowly release, press into your hands to help you up. Let's get ready for a half butterfly. So keep your right knee bent, extend your left out. Make sure your spine is long and straight. Rotate towards your extended leg, and on your exhale, you're reaching for your left foot. Breathe. I like to use a block to support my head. One more round of breath and slowly release. We're just taking it to the other side. So bend your left knee, extend your right leg out, making sure your spine is straight and long. Twist towards that extended leg, and I'm using my block to support my head. We're here for a few minutes. Breathe. One more round of breath. As we slowly release, use your hands to help you up. Let's do some windshield wipers to counter those poses. Bring your feet towards the mat. Rock your knees to the left and the right. Remember to breathe. Slowly release, getting ready for Sphinx. Coming onto our bellies, create space between your feet. Shoulders are stacked above your elbows. I'm using a block to support my head. Slowly pressing your chest towards the front of the room. We're here for a couple minutes. Settle in and breathe. Slowly release, bringing our hands to our side. Look to the right. Breathe, release, and take it to the other side. Slowly release, press into your hands. Tuck your toes, press your hips back into your down dog. You can walk your down dog out by lifting one heel at a time if your body is calling for it. Walk your feet to the front of the mat. Getting ready for our next pose, ragdoll. Make sure your stomach is melting onto your thighs, keeping that slight bend in your knee. Head is heavy. I'm allowing my hands to just hang. You can always use a block. We're here for a few minutes. Breathe. And slowly release, lowering down to our squat. You can have a wider stance if needed, or whatever variation of squat calls to you today. We're here for a few rounds of breath. Breathe. Slowly release back into your forward fold. Sway to the left and the right, bending one knee at a time, just to add movement and counter our pose. And slowly release, making our way back to our down dog for pigeon on the right side. Keep in mind you can always use a block to fill in that gap if your hip is floating in space. Settle in. We're here for a couple rounds. slowly start to release. Take your time. Use your hands to help you move in with intention back to your down dog. You can walk it out to counter this pose. Whenever you're ready, take it to the other side. Pigeon on the left. Keep in mind you can always use that block. Take a moment to get settled in. And we'll be here for a few minutes. Just remember to breathe. Let's slowly start to release. Moving with intention back to your down dog. Walk it out. Let's lower down into our child's pose. Settle into the body. Settle into the breath. Let's take a moment to end practice where we are in our child's pose. Taking a moment to show gratitude. Take this moment to be proud of yourself. You showed up to your mat, which is so hard to do. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day or night, and I shall see you next time. My friends, you can always check the show notes of this episode, and you can find the link to 2 free meditation videos. I want to share that with y'all, and please be on the lookout for more to come. Enjoy the rest of your day.